Good morning, everyone, fellow travelers on spaceship Earth. It is I. I'm back. It's been a very long weekend. It was a long weekend. So here we are, all being who we're being, and we are moving along. So today, what I've been working on is actually over on the other machine. I've been working on the work desk area here. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to take a look at this. What I've kind of set up over here first. Let's see if I can get us into this here. Uh, let's see if I can get it. No, later. No, later. You have to update right this second. Why are you not updating? What is your problem? Oh, there. See? Right here. In theory. Provided that everything goes right. Right there. And I have set this up. There. And this allows me to see what's on the board. And now we take a look at this guy here. So I went to the con. Here's to hoping you're actually hearing me. I can't even tell if I'm being heard or not over here. Maybe. I assume you can hear me whenever I turn on the microphone over here. So now I've got to figure out why the iPad isn't hearing anything at all. That's kind of interesting. Boy, I can definitely hear me through my own mic, my own headphones. So what if I'm over here? Well, I mean, I guess this could work. I guess this is fine. I guess you can still hear me if I'm over here. I don't know why the microphone over here is not working. because I'm not on Restream. That's why. This is YouTube. I see what my problem is. Let's see what I can do about going dead. Wow! Hang on. Hang on. Why is re-illusion a thing? Here's that. Stream with Studio. Studio. Okay, now it should start the echo stupid stuff. Okay, hang on. Got this. Did you go away? Alright, well, I guess the only thing I can do is talk to you with an echo. Because this is clearly not working. So, I guess we have no choice but to have super lousy sound. But at least you can hear me with lousy sound. There's another microphone right here, and for reasons that I have not figured out, it doesn't work. And so, what happens when I suddenly speak an Asian language? You know? And not me. There are all kinds of weird things you have to. Where the heck is my channel? Why is it so hard to find my channel? I need to find my channel. No, I need to mean somebody else's channel. This shouldn't be so difficult. Subscriptions. I have issues. I have subscriptions. Yeah. I am live right now. There we go. This took a lot of boop, 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 boop. Just saying. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just have to live with it as it is. Okay, so, and now explaining again what we were doing. Hey, look, I can listen to me through my headphones. All right, so what I have set up here is I've cleaned off my work area from last week. Last week, we built all kinds of interesting and intricate things. This week, what I have built is I built a rig on top of this arm up here, which holds my phone. So I plugged my phone in. So here's my phone. I plugged my phone in, and it sits on top of this rig in a nice little pocket that fits perfectly for it because I built it out of structure and wood so that it will fit. And the light that you see, this ring light that you can see right here, this little ring light that you're kind of seeing right there, that ring light has a hole in the middle of it, which my camera looks straight through. So the lighting that it gets off the surface is absolutely even. And that's what I'm working on today. And we're going to do things. And the mission statement behind this is that I can take things like, these were old fanzines from the early days of fanzine, fanland, whatever you call it. And so I'm going to take these early fanzines and we're going to just take, we don't need high resolution versions of these. So we're just going to take them apart and scan them and photograph them. And if I put them in the exact same place every time, then we should be able to take all of them into Lightroom and crop them all together at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my phone, which actually has a very large footprint to see, so to speak. And we've aligned this side of its we've aligned this side of the plastic to the left side of the phone's visual range. So this is exactly the very end of what the phone can see. The phone can see right to here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each page that we've got here, like say for example, this guy, and I'm going to make sure he's aligned to the bottom of this. And then I'm going to make sure that this camera is not tilted. It is tilted. Or is it level? Is it level? So now, so that when is exactly right. It isn't. There. As long as I'm on the top and the bottom right here, I can catch this whole thing. And this one's from November of 1998. So if I take a picture of it, I've now captured this page, right? So I can capture the next pages and all of the pages that are in between in the same manner, right? Now we'll have to take the staples out. These staples have been in here for a long time. I don't have a staple anymore. Yeah, that's it. I've got my phone up here, right on the other side of this camera. So this is my video camera, and then right next to it is is my phone. And it's because my phone, oddly enough, is one of my most powerful cameras. Right? That's exactly right. Yep. Jeweler's tools. Probably should see if I've got a staple remover somewhere. But at least for right now, this works. Sitting over here. I do not. In fact, I have a staple remover right over here. Yeah, I'm not crooked. I mean, I'm crooked, but the picture's not crooked. I mean, yeah, nothing I can do about that. Right? I mean, like, the phones are kind of ridiculously powerful. Once these are all done, I'm going to make them in PDFs and allow. You know what? I know what that. Yeah. All I'm doing is hurting my thumbnail. Ow. I know I've got a staple remover somewhere. I just need to go find it. I have all these boxes full of things. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm kind of tired of having all these boxes full of things. So while I was gone for the week, I kind of was doing some soul searching, and I kind of realized that I could stand to pare down stuff. One of the things I can do is that people have given me things to scan or whatever, and I could do those things, I could scan stuff. I could. Then this could be thrown away. It doesn't need to be kept at that point in time. Yep, it sounds like I'm totally flipping tables. I'm so over this. I'm flipping tables. There we go. The cool part about this rig that I've set up for my phone is that it's power cord. So now that we've done this, I can take the other side and line it up. So that like this, and this should just now go relatively fast. Right? After all the table flipping, so what this is this was our newsletter for a group that existed prior to NDK. So we at NDK started a group. It was called DIE for Denver Anime International. And we met once a month and we met once with the Southwest State Bank, which is now a Vector Bank. Back in the day, it was a Southwest State Bank, and we meet on the fourth Saturday of every month. And the tapes that we got were from Japan, and they were, the tapes that we got were from Japan, and we got them brought in and the tapes were only in Japanese. So one of our people but write a synopsis. So these are all synopses. So they'd write these synopses into these. And we would use this to tell what the story was about, because we never knew. I mean, it's hard to tell. Before we could speak Japanese, you couldn't understand anime because it was in all Japanese and we all spoke English. So we would bring it over, and of course, over time, we would start to understand a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And, you know, we needed the synopses less and less and less. But now these have become artifacts because the original files of these are lost, as one might imagine. Over time, it sort of gets a little lost. And so what I'm doing now is photographing them. And then we will take them into Lightroom, where I will trim all of this part off. And when we do, then I can have these pages clean and clear. And I'll turn them into a PDF. Welcome back. Re-hi. As we used to say back in the day. Nobody says re-hi anymore, I've noticed. Like, that's an artifact of the olden days that and this is guerrilla anime. Back in the day when we had to get it from somewhere, you know, we had to get the anime from overseas. There was no we didn't have any of these. By the way, this P.O. box no longer exists. In case anybody is trying to send stuff to that P.O. box, please don't. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't think that P.O. box has been manned in a long time. And that actually didn't take long at all to do one whole book. So this book is now scanned. And I will put it down here. Stray particles are going to be difficult. Wow. Looking at this guy here, it's interesting because this is the artwork of one of our team members, and it's lovely. It's just absolutely lovely. And it's some of this stuff is just so amazing, and I'm not sure if we can even capture like some of this. I mean, we can, but it's going to be really difficult. So we used to be called the seafood back in the day because it was the Colorado, or it was the Cartoon and Fantasy Organization. That's the name of it. And we, of course, took it as Cartoon and Fantasy Organization of Denver, or Seafood, because, of course, we could not just run with it as it was, because that would just be weird. I'm going to see if I can't. I don't know if I can pull these. Let's see. But now we're definitely talking about the ancient history of the anime clubs here in Denver. And my phone has given up. And even these, I'm a little worried about them. Trying to pull the these out. Problem is, these were done on 11 by 17, and so we're gonna have to figure out a creative way of doing this. Does not involve setting fire to it, strangely. All right. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Because you want to do these lined up. We should be able to get this page. Problem with using your phone as you're using your phone. The question really is, should I be pulling these? I think I should be pulling these. This isn't hard because I really kind of want to do this each individual page. I feel like that's going to become more difficult. Right? It's like, wonder if I should just do that way. And then just figure out how to sort these guys later. So we'll do each individual page. It has BattleBot in it. Oh my god. I'm going to do some adjusting real quick here on this. I'm trying to set the shutter speed. So that There we go. Problem, of course, is these were done on original. Ooh, didn't want to sit down. Boy, I can't get it to lay straight. I'm just gonna have to work with this. I'm entertained that we got any kind of advertising on this. Go through and figure it out at some point. Some of these will have to be rotated. This artwork is done by Rich Arnold, who was a member of our crew. And I don't know where he is now. I mean, I think last I heard he was in Arizona being a real estate agent or something to that effect. But either way, his artwork is renowned. His artwork is exceptionally wonderful and has always been. Seven. Harder to do it this way. Really doesn't want to lie flat. Dan Durkin gave me all these. Dan is also a fellow member of DAI and runs the J-pop dance at IndieK. But he also is one of those old guys. Been doing the anime things since time immemorial. And And these are the ones that are really kind of rare and difficult to get a hold of, which is why I'm kind of glad to get them. And yeah, I know they're going to be more difficult to actually get them scanned in. It is useful that they're only like 6 pages long or something. Not 6 pages, but they're certainly. And what I have these weights that my dad used for this very job. That was the job of these weights. And I stole them from him. Well, I didn't steal them from him. He gave them to me, but here. I'm not really sure whether I scan this page, so I will scan it again just in case. Because I can delete a picture. All right. This one's been done. Try to do all these guys that are I did run into Colton at the con. That was cool. He even remembered me. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I should have said, after all these years, have you grown? You know. Just like Colton, I'll be returning to school too. Unlike Colton, I'm not getting an art degree this time. Yeah, right? Like, it was weird. It was almost like, you know, like that. Shine off here. The printing process puts a nice bright shine in the middle of this. Well, you know. It was meant to be. So, yep, I'll be going back to school. I actually was looking at going to Red Rocks to get an undergrad because I have to redo my undergrad. I'm not bitter. So, one of the things that we are doing is preparing for that. I'm kind of curious. In both times that I've been to college, they were pre-smartphone. And so I am horribly curious how different the world will be with a smartphone. You know what I mean? Like, yep, we'll be doing schoolwork together. But I have been bitter and angry about the whole Westwood College thing. And the truth is, I'm not fixing it. I'm just complaining about it. And I really should stop complaining about it and should just fix it. And that's what we're going to do. So whether I like it or not, I'm going back to school to get a bachelor's degree so that I can go get a teacher's certificate. But I have promised myself that if I get a bachelor's degree, I'm going all the way to doctorate. So we're going to go all the way through and get a doctorate. And then I won't have to worry about it. All these little teeny books. And I'm like, why did you do all these little teeny books? RMF. Oh, I see we have changed from our pro mode. So, yeah, you can call me Dr. Guy at that point. That's the battle plan. But I am over being grumpy about this and fixing it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not getting any better. And a friend of mine was just talking about how Amazon has a position for teacher, which is different than it allows you to, you go in there and you learn a task, and then your job is to teach it to all the other people. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that or not, but I'm certainly going to contemplate it. All right. So, because it would pay well, and it's not exactly on my to-do list things. Like there's a lot of um, issues with what I want to do in my life. I've been, like I said, I've been kind of doing some soul searching and thinking about stuff and how am I going to do these things. And what I've come to the conclusion of is I love making a difference in people's lives. That's the part that I kind of want to do with my life, like kids, you know. So, for example, I really like I like making a difference with driving school, because literally teaching kids how to drive makes a difference, right? I mean, like, one of those kids is going to use one of the techniques that I taught them in there during the class, and it may quite literally save their lives. So that has kind of changed what I want to do with my life. I love the idea that there's somebody out there who, you know, who's going to live a long and happy life because I taught them to, you know, swerve or check across intersections or something like that. And that actually really kind of changed my view on things. I don't want to work in a company where the only person I'm benefiting is some CEO, which is why I'm kind of waffling on Amazon, that rather literally is benefiting the CEO. And so I'm kind of doing the, you know, it's like it's not quite as useful as I wanted it to be, I guess. But a job's a job, and teaching people is far, far better than, you know, moving boxes around. And until I have my degree, I can't get a teacher's license, and that's part of the problem. This is why I get aggravated about people when they talk about the, you know, you don't have to go get a degree and therefore it's not required. I absolutely have to get a degree. I had a degree and it was declared useless, and therefore I ended up having to not get a teacher's license. And it becomes one of those things where people are like, you know, well, you don't have to go get a degree. Well, no, I guess I don't. If I don't want to be a teacher, but if I want to be a teacher, if I want to help kids and I want to do something positive, I have to have a bachelor's degree. There's nothing I can do about that. Hey, this looks like somebody I might know. Wonder who could possibly done this particular comic right here. There's no way this is anybody we know. Who could have possibly drawn that? I don't know if you guys caught that, but this is the Diomedes magazine from 1995, and that's definitely my artwork. I did legendary. Just saying, legendary me. Because I'm legend, wait for it, dairy. More of these. All of these, this is shape. All of these are very, very small. Changed all the sizes of these guys from very, very small to very, very large. So, a whole bunch more of these. These are images, which is from the Northern Fort Collins group. I think this guy got scanned in already, but I don't think I saved them. I think they were on the old hard drive. So I'm going to go on ahead and just redo this stack. These are images side, but we'll capture them too. I just wanted a different folder. And here is a seafood. And we've got digests. A viewer's guide to Japanese animation. Look at that. That's kind of fun. Also, this is Rocky Mountain Anime. These are the SD Sushis. Make these guys. So I'll put them over here with straight particles because they're stapled. They're 11 by 17 stapled large format. So I'm going to try to only get the things that we can easily snag in this layout, because I'll change the layout for everything else. Right, so these guys are all in this side staple format, which is great because then I can get it. Mechanics, sense of synopsis, attend. All right. I think he tried to put these in by year. Oh, I did. Well, that was nice of him. This is okay. I got to go to the basement and grab more of these because I want to do them all at once. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put us on the away from keyboard, and I'll be right back. All right, now I'm back. miscellaneum. May or may not be in order. So let's go here. Thank you. It's a long journey. Worried that we might, die in the basement. The basement's kind of terrifying. Six, 24, 25, 26, 27, 21, 18, 22, oh my god, 22, 21, 22, unit, there's 19, 20, 19, 17, oh my god, what did I do to myself? 16, 9, 7, 6, 5, myself. Why me? 15. All right. So I think part of one of the things that happened was March of 92, February of 92. It's 1, 3, 4, page 13. These are different. It's this guy, I think, is not. I think this is what's left of November. These guys are little guys. I have a stack of little guys that I don't know. So this looks like this is also confused. There we go. That's the rest of that. So this is December of 91. And it's here. Okay, this one looks like it's whole. So December of 91. This is where things get like all hairy. You're like, well, this is a mess of some sort. So I have a document feeder on my scanner. And hi Sarge, bye Sarge. Document feeder on my scanner. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the document feeder got confused. None yet. Sitting on there. same guys. Because this is 2016. Right. And 10. Hopefully this is all the same guy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5. Okay. Now we got 17. All right. So, all the way through 20 something, 25. Let's see here. Question is this the same one? This is all January. 1, 2. This is a different page. 3, 2. Oh, God. All right. January 92, February 92. March of 92. Crazy. These are 3 issues that are now lined up correctly. I think these 2 are this one. Yep. Gundam Movie 3. Gundam Movie 3. All right. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Okay, so Thanksgiving was a small issue, not as big as normal. And then this is October 9, 15, that's backwards. So, kind of looking backwards here. These guys, these are all things we will do in a minute. So I had a document feeder, and like I was saying, the document feeder sometimes just ate these things, and I put them out of order. And I could not figure out where they all went. This is October. Put 17. The question really is this one, July, and it doesn't have a back either, which makes me wonder if, because this is December, and that's January, so these are in order. These are in order. Oh my God. If I put these all in order, I can just keep going all the way through these things, right? May 91. June 91. These guys look like they're. Uh, it's got covers upside down. June 91. They used to mail these back in the day. It's kind of cool. And I guess October has no back cover to it. Okay. Who knew? SD Sushi, which belongs to SD Sushi. Porco SD Sushi. SD Sushi belongs to the other club, which is fine. I'm going to put them all in one unit. So they're not. So that we're not doing the digests and these at the same time. And this one. February 5. March. Maybe. Okay. Missing May. June. July. August. October. November. December. This is all of May 5. Missing maybe a couple. That's okay. Make that work. And 5. January 96. Way out there. 94. We're in a different location completely. And me. March. 96 April. Oh gosh. Didn't we just have May 96 April somewhere? June, July, October. Six. This is 94. This is 94. This is 87. Not even remotely in the same area. And 94. And July of 92. 92. 1. Here. This time we are 92. Okay. So all 92s. August of 93. So far, we have like a run right here. We're going to go through real quick. Okay, what's over here? $1,099, 98, and 97. Those guys are all absolutely in order, so we don't have to worry about those guys at all. At all. At all. So, I'm going to get 90. These guys over there. 3 or 94? 94. 3. So we'll just go down the line with these guys as they are. I'm always kind of excited about the ones that existed before I was in charge, or before I was at the club. Like these, this is from 1987, right? So some of the art in here, of course, is spectacular. But it also is interesting to look at the what anime was available at that time. I mean, Area 88, Buddhist Yatsura, Lensman, some wild stuff in here, right? Make sure it's still stapled in here. This last one here. There's something charming about looking back at the artwork of the original members of Die, because of course it's not fine. We didn't have PCs, we didn't have the ability to color code and all of those things. We didn't have the benefit of the internet or YouTube to tell us how to do drawings, and so we did the best we could while watching really, really bad fourth generation tapes that were like handed down from handing downs from it's like this ridiculously long process of all these things that is super, super complicated. It's like ridiculous way of seeing any of these things. So we only have 5 minutes left in the show, so I've managed to do this for the entire time. I'm also going to just review the show to make sure it's still correct. It is. I'll get this one from 1987. I like how it says the official, and official is underlined, as if there was like unofficial newsletters, which there might have been, for all we know. I mean, it was kind of the wild frontier back then. right? We don't. Who knows what's going on at the time? Anything could have been happening. The thing that's really priceless about these is capturing some of these articles in here. It's not necessarily the synopses. The synopses, though fascinating and absolutely wonderful, it's the articles that you can see where we hear about the history or some kind of something going on in the battle line. And this guy's good. He still is good, but I don't know if he draws anymore. And if he doesn't, that would be just a stat thing. Look at that. It's a BBS. Wow. And just like the thought of these BBSs still out there, you know what I mean? They're not out there anymore. But that was the day. We thought we were so incredibly on awesomeness because we had the ability to dial up some location on our phone, on our house phone. It made screechy noises. A friend of mine in high school was really infatuated with Saint Seiya, and was really into, and in high school, into writing these long, elaborate fan comics. Really wanted to do that, and it was fascinating because he would do these. It was interesting because now I'm more interested in the fact of discovering that I had never heard of Saint Seiya when I met this guy in high school. I haven't even heard of it, and it's interesting because it was in the DAI meetings, but it had just wrapped up just before I joined. So I would have known. These little fan comics, extraordinarily interesting and very, very rare things to find. It is just a piece of paper, but I took a picture of it anyway. Just so you know, I took a picture of everything. All right, we're just gonna do a little bit more of this. I won't call it a day, but I figure I might as well do this entire run. If I can go back in some of these and just replace some of these pictures because they're promo shots. This is not a secret of blue water. And I wonder if I could find some of these replaced. Here's a cool thing. Here's a map of all of the anime clubs at the time that we were here and where they all are during this time, which was a long time ago. Right? This was thinking, like, these are all of the anime clubs that were around in 1991, if you were ever wondering. Progress report from Project ACOM 3. Like a report on what ACOM 3 was. That's a convention out of Dallas. I actually went to this ACON. I have my badge somewhere. I think you may have even scanned it in. Which means I can replace that picture. I don't know where Brent is. Like, he just totally just decided to not show up today, huh? That's it. Brent's fired. Again. Just saying, man. I know this isn't the most exciting show I have ever done. However, it is exactly what this particular show is about. This is an odious, difficult job. Well, it's not odious. I mean, it is odious. It's just boring. I mean, right? Because I gotta keep flipping pages and snapping pictures. But I'm fascinated by what it is. I mean, these are all going to ultimately be put out as PDFs for the teams to read and review, go back over and remember. Because some of this is just nostalgic for those of us that actually lived in this era. Me, for example. Every time I see Dirty Pair, I think about the little bumper band, because that's exactly what that picture was from that. Dirty Pair is one that has not aged very well, sadly. I always like looking at the setup. Setup rules. Going down the line, hundreds of thousands of pages later. It just cracks me up because every time I look at this, I'm like, gosh, we work so hard on all of these things. And it's just like, I know of people who wrote all of these fanzines. And it's just an interesting sort of a cultural, it's our contribution to the fandom. I probably should share these with Dr. Friedman, who does cultural. She's a doctorate and a PhD who does work on the cultures between America and Japan. That's why she's always constantly at our convention. Yep. So what are you working on there, Colton? Uh, that works. And there's nothing wrong with that. I might do a self-portrait for fun later. That sounds like a thing. What's your class load look like this semester? Oh, that's good. Perspective is so rough. I mean, I'm tempted to, well, if I have any electives or anything like that, I'm not sure. But tempted to do more art stuff as secondary things. You know, like my electives, my degree. Career prep. You know what? That's kind of useful. It's the thing. What's really interesting about doing all of this is that we're coming up on exactly the month that I joined that. I joined in November 1991, and I remember it because I still have a digest for November of 1991, and I still remember I had drawn all over the back of it because I was like, this is so cool, and I didn't have anything else to draw on. And this is a big open piece of paper right here. And so this was my very, very first anime meeting ever, was this year, or this particular issue. So of all of the nostalgia, this one's the one that I remember the most. I remember going, I learned all of a sudden about all of these things. I learned about who Lung was, and I learned what Ranma was. I mean, it was just such a eye-opening experience. We got to watch Kimigure Orange Road, Meiza Nikoku, Nanman Yumichi. Now again. And then, of course, Dirty Pair, which I thought was the coolest thing I had ever seen in my entire life. Oh, yeah. No, that sounds, I mean, I'm not joking whenever I say that's a remarkably useful class, especially in this day and age where you have to learn to navigate around the horror that is these automated resume machines that just like yeah. I just didn't want to think that I was, making fun of it. Well, I might even make fun of you, but that's a story. No, I'm just maybe Sensei was still running. are almost to the end of 91. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember this. The year that I watched Megazone 2, 3, 1, and 2 and went, oh my god, my entire world was completely shaken up. It was the coolest thing I had ever seen in my life. And when I finally got a copy of it, I watched it over and over and over. Exactly. Quality is getting better. It's interesting seeing how they've started to do gradient fills now instead of just photocopying the artwork. And they're getting more fine work in here. Gotta remember that this guy still was done using the old paste out function, where they glued all these pages together with school glue. They would type all these things out on a typewriter. They weren't quite far enough along to do these a way that was nice and automated like it is today. And I keep thinking about that from these guys. Like, these were done in that day and age where we still did paste up and things like that. And it astonishes me every time thinking about it, you know. I mean, never have been going to the honor clubs had I not seen these the digests. Then one crash. I love going back through these. I wasn't that interested in photons at the time, which is very interesting. At this point, I realized that about the middle of the meeting, everybody went out to the hallway and traded models and you could buy candy and things like that because they had figured out how to effectively import it. Become again in here. Your entire assembly sheet too. First time I've been introduced to What's Michael. Which cracks me up every time. Because I kept trying to figure out what were they trying to say with What's Michael? What was the point? Into the stack, and then I'm going to lunch because I'm hungry. I was going to Red Rocks today, but they were like, your Armatic campus is only medical, and you need to go to the Lakewood campus, which means setting up an appointment with the Lakewood campus. Tomorrow, however, I'm going up to see Boulder. I'm going to talk to people up there because I have limited funds and limited time. So I don't really have a lot of time to struggle with doing the wrong thing or setting up the wrong class, or I don't have. So I don't want to. I mean, I've made a lot of dumb mistakes with this, the whole Westwood thing. I went to college when I was in 1982 and just decided I was a better artist than that and didn't need college, so dropped completely out. That was a stupid move. Then 10 years later, went back to college and they, and then that degree became bunk. So now we're doing it again, heading back to college. Um, and so I'm trying to make sure I get all of the right things so we don't waste any time, mess anything up. Because I don't have the resources to make too many things. And one of those resources is just frankly my age. I would like to get a doctorate. I'd like to become a PhD. That takes 8 years. And I don't have the ability or the time to have them go, oh, well, you took the wrong 3 classes, so you're going to have to take another 2 semesters of classes to fix this problem you didn't do as the last time. So it's going to take you an extra year. Blue Plug Squad. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm sure I'll read it sometime and go, oh, I get it. It's a parody. But boy, it didn't look like a parody to me. Although I don't think I knew these guys really well. There's zero chance that they were doing anything other than a parody. Record of Yoda's War. My foot has fallen asleep. I'm standing here too long. Oh, Momono Hunter Yoko. Vampire Hunter Yoko. And that's old. Almost at the end. There's like 4 pages left. Oh, Silent Mobius. Cyber Psychic Cinema. Next meeting. We're not telling. We don't know. All right, guys. That's that. Oh, oh man. My knees. My knees, they're killing me. I'll turn the volume down. Here we go. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I'm seeing a whole bunch of signs or a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm looking at an email back from. Um, I wrote to. Oh yeah, I've got to do that. All right. All right. Okay. Ugh. Really weird thing is that the chat isn't working on my bigger screen here. It was really weird. I had to do this whole thing to. Part of the reason I was late this morning was because it was doing the you need to sign in. And then it was like, okay, but you need to first go through the CAPTCHA. How many of these blocks are bicycles? How many of these blocks are, and I was like, could I just sign in, please? And then it would go, oh, you typed in the wrong password. Then it was like, crap. So I'll try the other password. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, how many of these blocks are cars? And I'm like, really? So it was like, okay. I'm doing a quick look to see what's going on out here to see if there's guys convention work. And we're gonna say new folder. Local con. Con fanzines. Fanzines. Will help me a little bit here. And then we'll go look at the pictures and see if they are in here and actually working, because goodness knows we just took a gajillion pictures. So there's that. Let's go all the way down here to the bottom. See how far we've got. Oh, hey, it's like synchronized all the way up to what we just finished. Isn't that nice of it? Usually it's not. Usually it just kind of like freaks out and does something dumb, and then you're like, why did you do that? Why would you do this to me? So we're going to take all of you and copy and paste. There we go. All right. See you later. I will see you all later, and I'm going to go on ahead. Bow out too. Bow wow wow. Bow wow wow wow. Bow wow 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 out. Okay, I'm done. I will see you all later. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tonight. And remember, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye, guys.